sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Yes, both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
Each second we live is a new and unique moment of the universe. A moment that will never be again. And what do we teach our children? We teach them that 2 and 2 make 4, and that Paris is the capital of France. When will we also teach them what they are? You should say to each of them, do you know what you are? You are a marvel. You are unique. In all the years that have passed, there has never been another child like you. Your legs, your arms, your clever fingers, the way you move. You may become a Shakespeare, a Michelangelo, a Beethoven. You have the capacity for anything. Yes. Marvel. And when you grow up, can you then harm another who is like you, a marvel? You must work. We must all work to make the world worthy of its children.
Teach them to wait, to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
If a child lives with criticism, he learns to condemn. If a child lives with hostility, he learns to fight. If a child lives with ridicule, he learns to be shy. If a child lives with shame, he learns to feel guilty.
Children learn what they read. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
If a child lives with tolerance, he learns to be patient. If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate it. If a child lives with fairness, he learns justice.
Children learn what they
If a child lives with security, he learns to have faith. If a child lives with approval, he learns to like himself. If a child lives with acceptance and friendship, he learns to find love in the world.
Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wake the love in their heart, and then they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wake the love in their heart, and they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wake the love in their heart, and they will find love in the world. Children learn what they learn.
2021 to 2030 is the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and the Decade of Action for Road Safety. It's the 6th day of the 9th month of 2021, the International Year of Peace and Trust, the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, the International Year for the Elimination of Child Labor, and the International Year of Health and Care Workers. Put another way, it's the 6th day of the 4th month of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season, and the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, has been issuing advisories on Hurricane Larry, located over the central Atlantic, about 650 miles east-northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the northern portion of the Yucatan Peninsula and the south-central Gulf of Mexico are associated with a surface trough and an upper-level disturbance. The system is forecast to move slowly northward or northeastward over the central and then northeastern Gulf of Mexico, likely reaching the northern Gulf Coast in a few days. Although upper-level winds are now unfavorable for development to occur, they're expected to become marginally conducive for tropical cyclone formation in a couple of days. This disturbance is then expected to cross the southeastern United States beginning midweek this week, and some development will be possible once it emerges over the Atlantic waters late this week. Closer to home, there's a trough across Jamaica. The trough is expected to remain across the island over the next few days. Additionally, expect windy conditions mainly along southern coastal areas due to the presence of the low-level jet stream. This afternoon, expect isolated showers and thunderstorms mainly across sections of hilly areas and western parishes. Tonight, partly cloudy. The month of September is still being observed as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, National Senior Citizens Month, Employers Month, Alopecia Awareness Month, that's the partial or complete loss of one's hair loss, baldness, alopecia, baldness. September is also Travel Agents Month, and according to Tasty Cheese, Cheese Month. Armed Forces Day is being commemorated in Sao Tome and Principe, Bonaire Day in Bonaire, Defense Day in Pakistan, Día de la Unidad Nacional, National Union Day in Chile, Independence Day in Swaziland, Labor Day in Palau, and Unification Day in Bulgaria. It's Labor Day in the USA. Hoy es lunes el 6 de septiembre de 2021 y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos.
Teach them to wake to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
If a child lives with tolerance, he learns to be patient. If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate. If a child lives with fairness, he learns justice.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15.
Become the hero on the scene by taking the COVID vaccine. Get vaccinated as soon as you get all the facts. Don't listen to the rumors. This vaccine might just make it possible for teachers to sit face to face with schoolers. This vaccine make it safer for everybody, from the young to the elderly. Don't you want to go back to living normally when things were more orderly? And if you want to live a long good life, then we all have to do what's right. So let's get vaccinated along with the heroes on the front line.
a message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
You asked, we listened. You said you wanted back the additional hour. Dear Pastor returns to its usual time from 10 p.m. until midnight.
Oh boy,
Your thoughts on topical issues, relationship matters, questions you want answered, pertinent advice. It all comes together on Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas.
Hello.
Hello, Pastor.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Where you may ask me a question, I may or may not answer.
He returns to keep your company from 10 p.m. until midnight, right here on Power 106 FM. It's riveting, thought-provoking, and interesting. It's the morning agenda on Power 106 FM. Weekdays, 7:15 to 9 a.m. Join Jody and Quarry on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Sanjay Lewis on Wednesdays and Thursdays, while they alternate on Fridays, as they set your agenda and break down the issues, and keep you informed on what matters to you most. It's the morning agenda on Power 106 FM. Weekdays, 7:15 to 9 a.m. only on Power 106 FM.
If a child lives with security, he learns to have faith. If a child lives with approval, he learns to like himself. If a child lives with acceptance and friendship, he learns to find love in the world.
C'est lundi le 6 septembre 2021 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service pour une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de soi parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue.
Teach them to wait, love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
All we're saying is it's Monday, the 6th of September, 2021, and we greet you well wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome.
If a child lives with ridicule, he learns to be shy. If a child lives with shame, he learns to feel guilty.
Children learn what they read. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
If a child lives with tolerance, he learns to be patient. If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate.
Thank you so much. And good afternoon to those of you listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Moran Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point. This is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in via the Power 106 FM app, which you downloaded from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free, listening is free, whenever, wherever. We thank you if you've logged on to the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Subscribers to onespotmedia.com also have access to both sides of the story in particular and Power 106 FM in general. We acknowledge those who have dialed a designated number to listen to Power 106 FM from the USA and the UK. In fact, those in the United States who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 631 359 8281. 631 359 8281. And if you're in the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 0330 606 0953. 0330 606 0953. We're streaming live video on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook. In the search box atop the page, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you too will be able to not just hear, but see what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. If you don't have a Facebook account, no worries. All you need is a device, whether that be a smartphone or a not so smartphone, a tablet computer, a laptop, a desktop, otherwise known as a PC, personal computer, any one of those with internet connection, and you're good to go. Open a browser like Google Chrome, for and in that browser, type YouTube. The YouTube up, and if you're doing this right now, then this video trending. If you're not seeing this video trending, in the YouTube search box, type DERVAN SOLM. And you too will be able to watch both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. What's on your mind this afternoon on this No Movement Day, the second of two so far? We still have one more, then we go back to movement, and then we come back to no movement, and who knows what will happen next week and the week after that and next month and next year. We'll see. In the meantime, we look forward to your full participation. As we have said, the numbers to call 876 922 4112, 876 922 4113, 876 922 4114, and 876 922 4115. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can also call us via WhatsApp, 876 365 3346. Yes, it's the same number for the text line, 876 365 3346. Looking forward, as we said, to your full participation. We started out this afternoon with a piece entitled You Are a Marvel by Pau Casals, otherwise known as Pablo Casals. And we paired that with this spoken word piece, Children Live What They Learn, which was developed into a spoken word piece from the book by Dorothy Nolte, which carries the same title. In fact, this title is slightly, well, not far removed. It's used interchangeably in reference to this piece. Children Learn What They Live. That's the book by Dorothy L. Nolte, Nolte, and that's essentially the connection there, and this spoken word piece, as we said, which is a takeoff from the book. Also, the actual recording, I believe the recording was not Baz this time. What's his name? It was recorded just trying to, there's some additional information that we wanted to share in reference to this piece. But essentially, it really has remained timeless after all these years. And it continues to be, it's the recording that keeps on giving. We never get tired of hearing this one. Children live what they learn. Coming up in a moment, it will be time for Land Solutions. And therefore, we're trying not to start a discussion right now because we have Land Solutions. We have Land Solutions coming up. But the words are worth sharing with those in a family setting. Just a timely reminder at the start of the new academic year. Although not much has changed between this year and last year? Well, we hope to some extent, but because the pandemic is still with us, we're still grappling with trying to manage a pandemic and educate our children, among other things. And the poor children, we just want to reiterate our call for us to give our children as much support as possible, because they are not learning in an ordinary time. This is not an ordinary, this is an extraordinary time in which we expect them to continue to learn and to process and to demonstrate that they are in fact retaining that which they've been consuming, whether online or the odd instances of face to face. It really is quite dread for the children, but we trust that all of us who have anything to do with children, in fact, all of us who have anything to do with the human race, with mankind, let us pay special attention to children. Those of us who have always done that, let's continue doing that. But we really need to surround them. We need to strengthen them. We need to protect them. We need to give them all the tools, the resources that they need to perform. Because it's tough. It's tough. But they are resilient. That's the thing with children. And that's not to discount the need for support. We recognize that they're quite resilient as well. Let's take the break and come back with today's edition of Land Solutions.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:30. Power Talk has been a unique source of discourse on matters of public interest, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk brings you the new host who will take talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide a riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for brand new features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskill Wednesday to Friday on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Living in the positive.
It's a Monday afternoon, just after 2:30 on this No Movement Day number 2 this week. And it's time for Land Solutions. This is the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Anything at all to do with the sale or purchase of land. You've come to the right place. Here are the numbers to call. 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, and 876-922-4114. The text line for Land Solutions is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number for Land Solutions, which is 876-387-3183. 876-387-3183. The website is landsolutionsja.com. Landsolutionsja.com. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com. gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The Facebook page, on Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The law firm Brown, Findlay and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office at Shop 6 upstairs, the JN building. That's the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. They're encouraging potential clients and current clients as well to call instead of turning up. Call and you will be advised accordingly, notwithstanding the fact that they're still safely and giving due regard to the COVID-19 protocols, positioning themselves to engage clients and potential clients. But the point we're making is just call ahead, call instead of just turning up. And but they still have the situation where on a Thursday you get the opportunity to interface safely with a lawyer at the office in Ocho Rios, St. Anne, upstairs, the JN building. But please call ahead. That way you can also be apprised of the documents that you need to take with you or particular things you need to know before turning up at the offices of Brown, Findlay and Company. That number is, well, there are two numbers, 876-908-1950 and 876-908-3518. In a moment, your host on today's edition of Land Solutions, attorney at law, Gloria Brown.
Thank you, Dervan, and good afternoon, to everyone listening. Welcome again to Land Solutions. Please remember the numbers to call, 922-411-325, 922-411-325. And as Dervan just said on this No Movement Day, many of us don't like being in one place for too long, but we have very little choice. And I want to encourage my listeners to keep safe. I keep telling my listeners I've taken the vaccine, my entire family, and we're still here. Many who have not taken it, they are not here. I know many persons are anti-vax, but many of my listeners are older persons, and I still want to encourage them. We have heard a lot of stories about the vaccine, and as they say, it is like a seatbelt. It will not keep. It might not prevent you from having an accident, but it might just prevent you from dying. And the reality is that we're seeing what is happening around us. We're a small country. We can't afford to be losing 23 persons today, 18 today, even 30 on the other day. I'm begging my listeners. I know we have heard a lot of stories, and the challenge is a lot of us have sworn to relatives and friends that we are not taking it. That is look a little shamefaced to go back on it now. But you can always, as I tell some of my clients, you can always tell them Miss Brown convince you to take it. I love being used as an excuse. I beg of you. The many things that we're drinking and so are not going to protect our lungs from into our stomach. Okay? I know personal opinion, I'm not going to tell persons what to do, but I'm still encouraging my listeners because we're losing too many persons to this in this pandemic. Numbers to call again, 922-411-325. And the text line or the WhatsApp line is 876-387-3183. Send me a text or send me a WhatsApp message. My father has a piece of land, but it's in my father and sister's name. My sister has the diagram and will not give it to him. So all your father has to do is just to survey the land over. Because one daughter has a diagram, that will not stop him from going forward. Tell him to just survey the land over and move from there to a title. And remember, the survey diagram, after 7 years, it expires. You don't have to do a new survey, just get a surveyor to update that diagram for you. If a new survey is to be done, the surveyor will determine that. When the surveyor goes out, if the boundaries have changed, then the surveyor will have to do a new diagram. But just because your diagram is outdated does not mean that you have to do a new one. Another thing I want to tell my clients, sometimes persons will say, I've done a survey I have a piece of land, but I gave my son a piece to make a house, or I gave my nephew a piece to make a house, and now I'm doing a title. I want to do a title. When you're doing the title, leave out the piece that you gave the relative. Let them sort out their own title. When you're surveying to get your title, just leave out the little piece you gave to the son or the grandson or the nephew, because it will make it easier for you.
We have a call for you, Miss Brown.
Thanks, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Brown.
Yes.
I'm using a call last week, but my great,
All right.
I have a new PC that I've been working on the 288. I would like to go and claim it. What do I do?
You want to get a title?
Yes.
Right. I'm going to ask the technical operator to take your number for me, and after the program, I'm going to give you a call and explain to you what you need to know.
Oh,
so you
didn't get last week. I didn't get it.
All right. So we're going to take your number now, and then I will call you back.
Please, no. Please.
I promise I will. The number is to call 922-4113-2587, 922-4113-25. And the text line is 387-3183. I have a house and a piece of land. I don't have a title. How can I make a will? I have one child. Even if you have not sorted out your title, you should still make your will. Do not, so your parents have died and left a piece of land for you, or you have a little piece of land, I don't know how you got it, and you have a house on it, still make your will. Make the will even though the title is not sorted out. Don't wait until sorting out to get a title, because sometimes the title is not sorted out right away. The text line is 876-387-3183. The email address, gloria@landsolutions.ja.com. gloria@landsolutions.ja.com. When I'm getting a title for persons, I ask them to give me a history of the land. 99% of the time, the history they give me is not something I can work with. When I give, because usually many of the clients who call to say they need a title, I send them a form. The kind of history I want from you when I'm getting a title for you, it must state like John Brown owned the land from 1960. He died in 1980. Mary Brown took possession of the land in 1980, sold it to me in 1985. From 1985, I've been on the land. Tell me some things you have done with the land when you're giving me the history. Tell me, I built a 2-bedroom house on it, I've fenced it, I've planted orange, mango, cedar, breadfruit trees on it. Give me things like those, what you have planted, what you have done on the land. Maybe you have not planted anything. I've leased it to John Brown. These are from 1991. These are some of the receipts from the lease. Give me a history that I can work with, that would assist me in showing that you are the owner and you have owned it from the date that you said. And I think you could put in the history as well. I've paid the taxes over the years. These are some of the old tax papers. Or I've had electricity over the years. It's a copy of my light bill. I've had water over the years. So give me the history when I'm making a title for you. In giving me the history, give me names, give me dates. You might not know everything, but start back from at least 30 years, and that's from 1990, I'm sorry. So as I've been told that John Brown owned it before 1990, he died 1999. His daughter Mary Brown took it over. She continued on it until she sold it to me in 2000, or she died in 2000. I took it over and I've been there from 2000. I've planted trees, etc. on it. So in the history, you have to give me some proper information if I'm to get the title for you. And you give me any documentation you can find to support your ownership. Yes, sir. Give me
not yet, Ms. Brown, not yet.
Okay, Dervan. Give me documentation, give me information I can work with. Because I must prove to the titles office that you are in fact the owner now. And you must show me information and documentation to support your ownership. I want to add my daughter and granddaughter to my title. My granddaughter is 6 years old. They both live abroad. So that is fine. You can add them to your title, the 6-year-old and the daughter. You can in fact add them to the title. The first thing I need to know is they have TRAs, that's taxpayer registration numbers. Because even for the 6-year-old, I would have to get a title, a TRA for her. But remember, you can add any number of persons to your title. You can add 100 persons to your title. And you can add a baby who was just born today to your title, no problem. As long as an adult is on the title, you can add any child. So what I would want from you in relation to yourself and the children, I would need names, addresses, occupations, and TRN. If the children don't have TRN, the 6-year-old and the daughter, then we will get one for them. That's not a challenge. But remember, in order to add your name to a title or to take your name from a title, we must have TRNs for you. And a lot of times, clients will say that the relatives don't live in Jamaica, so they don't have TRNs. You have to get one, and it's not a difficult thing to get. This is one of the easy things. Many things in Jamaica is difficult to get. TRN is one of the easy things to get. So I'm going to encourage you to call us, give us a little bit more information, and we'll assist you. As usual, when my clients are adding their children to title, I encourage the clients to take a document to say that you are free to deal with the property as you want. But and you can even do the transfer to say that during the infancy of the child, you and your daughter will be free to deal with the title, as if the child is not on it. So we we'll put a reservation on it, reserving the right to you and your daughter to deal with the title. If you want to sell it, and the minor is still 6 years old or still a minor, you are free to sell it when we put that reservation clause there. So these are some of the things I want persons listening. When you go to your attorney or you come to any attorney you go to, let them know that you want a reservation clause when you put a minor on your title. This is Land Solutions.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:45.
You asked, we listened. You said you wanted back the additional hour. Dear Pastor returns to its usual time from 10 p.m. until midnight.
Oh boy,
Your thoughts on topical issues, relationship matters, questions you want answered, pertinent advice. It all comes together on Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas.
Hello.
Hello, Pastor.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, you may ask me a question. I may or may not answer.
He returns to keep your company from 10 p.m. until midnight, right here on Power 106 FM.
It's young, it's fresh, it's worldviews from a youth perspective. It's Gen Z, navigating the ups and downs of everyday life. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Land Solutions during both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. Land Solutions, the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Here are the numbers to call: 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, and 876-922-4114. The text line for Land Solutions is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can send your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, etc. And that number is 876-387-3183. That's the WhatsApp number for Land Solutions, WhatsApp and text line, 876-387-3183. The website is landsolutionsja.com. landsolutionsja.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com. gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The law firm Brown, Findlay and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office at Shop 6 upstairs, the JN building in ahead instead of turning up. The numbers to call the law firm Brown 50 or 876-908 Gloria Brown. And we do have a caller for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The number to call 9211325. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Seem to have a challenge getting through to that caller. Please remember the number to call 876-922-41325.
We're barely hearing the caller, Ms. Brown. So we'll see if we can get him to call us back on another line.
Oh, thank you, Dervan.
Sure. Thanks.
Please remember the text line 876-387-3183. Good afternoon, Ms. Brown. How long is it taking for a title to be issued from the title's office? I'm in the U.S. It all depends on what you mean by a title to be issued. So I need a little bit more information. Is it that you have never had a title for the land and you're trying to get one for the first time? Or is it that there's a title and you're transferred to somebody else? And the reality, the thing is, I've stopped giving time frames because since COVID, we have had a lot of challenges. They have had debts in the National Land Agency, in many of the other departments, so they keep locking down. Also, we realize what is happening. Half of the work week now is a no movement day because workers have to leave office at 2:30 at 12 on a Friday. They have to be absent on Monday and Tuesday, so that's 2.5 days. Half of the work week is an out of office period. And also persons have to work from home in some of these agencies. So realize that hardly anything is happening. There's an article in the newspaper a couple of weeks ago about the stamp office. That matters that usually take 4 weeks are taking 6 months now. So it's partially impossible to give time frame. Titles that I will be giving out that I'll be getting in 8 months for first registration title. I realize now that it's looking like 2 years or 3 years. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. Nobody can give time frames again, not even the agencies.
Another call for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Ms. Brown? Hello, Ms. Brown?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, Ms. Brown?
The caller is apparently not hearing you, Ms. Brown. And we're hardly hearing him as well.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Okay, Dervan. So as I was saying to the listener, it's a little bit of a challenge to give anybody a time frame now in which a title should be completed. Just have to persevere, which is why I'm encouraging persons who have not started yet to start now, because recognize that it's taken a long time. So the earlier you start, the better off you are in getting your title and getting your land matters sorted out. The house we purchased over a year ago is still occupied by tenants. A court order already issued for the possession, but the bailiff has yet failed to evict tenant. What's the next action? But you might have to get another bailiff or get somebody else to evict. Talk back to your lawyer. Let your lawyer decide how you're going to get the persons out. But this is so this is a bit of a challenge that we're having with tenants. I've spoken to on this program before, warning, a lot of the persons, I notice a lot of new buildings going up, a lot of persons will be renting. But we're very careful of the persons you rent to. A lot of persons are professional tenants. They pay the first 2 months rent or the first month and the security deposit, and you won't get another rent from them, and they fight you in court and hang out in your property for another year, then they disappear and they do that to another person. And a lot of them only do this to high-end properties. So persons be very careful. Make sure your tenants are properly recommended. You have the photograph for the tenant, so you can put it in newspaper when you can't find them. You have proper information on them, where the children go to school, where they work, all of these things. These are important things to get because it's a part of the child. But go back to your attorney and let the attorney, maybe might have to get another bailiff to do the eviction, because eviction should not be difficult when you have the court order. 1325, and the text line is 387-3183. 387-3183. Remember, you can send me an email at gloria@landsolutionsja.com. gloria@landsolutionsja.com. And Or so you can send a straight text message, even if you don't send a WhatsApp message, a straight text message at 387-3183. My mother passed away in 2019, and the title of the land she bought in 2002 is in her name. There are 3/4 acre of land with a house on it. I paid the tax bill and the electricity is in my name for 5 years, as my mother was sick for a while. My daughter and I have the probate documents from the UK, and we are both beneficiaries and executors of the will. Can you advise me how to change the title to our name? So you have the probate done in the UK. So you're going to have to get a certified copy of the will from the court that did the probate in the UK. Get a certified copy of the will and the death certificate, and so you need the original death certificate, and send them. You can send them to us if you want us to deal with it for you. And what we are going to do is to reseal the grant. We don't have to do a new probate. We are going to get that grant resealed in the court. You also send us the title, and we will transfer the property to you and your daughter, since you are the sole beneficiaries. So you said mom passed away in 2019. You seem to have been very diligent. You have got the probate done in UK already, because I take it for granted she had assets in the UK. So all we'll want from you now, if you don't have another original will, we don't want another original. We want a certified copy from the court that probated the will. We also need an original death certificate, and we prepare the papers for you to sign up, so we can get that grant issued in the UK, resealed in Jamaica. So we don't have to get we don't have to start from the very beginning. We get it resealed in Jamaica, and your daughter. We're going to need information on occupation, TRN. We're also going to need information on one of the persons who signed the two persons who signed the will as witnesses. Your daughter, you are the executor, so we'll have your TRN. Let us know so we can apply for a TRN for you, which is a taxpayer registration number. It's a unique number that persons have to get, persons who are doing any business in Jamaica, and we will get that for you when you provide us with the information. And how do we get the TRN for you? We're going to ask you to sign up a TRN form, and you'll find those forms on the taxpayer registration number. On the Tax Administration Jamaica website. You're going to pull down the TRN, and the thing is, you are going to need 2 TRNs in your situation. You're going to need an estate TRN for the person who died. Even if the person had a TRN before they died, we are going to need to get an estate one for you. So you're going to pull down the TRN form that says organization. But for you and your daughter, you're going to pull down the form that says individual, if you don't have TRNs already. So I'm going to need you to pull down 2 individual TRNs and one that says organization, and you're going to get them complete. The organization one is for the estate of your mother. After you have signed up those TRN forms, after you have completed them, you're going to sign the form. Also, you're going to get a certified copy of your ID. So you're going to get that to a notary public. Notary public will, I prefer the notary sign the TRN form, even though there's no space on it for him to sign. Let him sign somewhere, or her sign somewhere beside where you sign. Also, certify your ID, and also do a letter to the Tax Administration Jamaica. You can just put it with me, concern Tax Administration Jamaica. I hereby give permission for Brown, Findlay and Company, that's the name of our law firm, to collect my TRN for me. And you're going to sign that letter. So you're going to sign the letter, you're going to sign the form, and the notary will sign all of them along with your certified copy of your ID. It is important to note that the signature you have on your ID must be the same signature on the TRN form and the same signature on the letter of permission, giving us permission to pick up the TRN. All those signatures must be the same. Why I ask you to sign the form is that sometimes the signature vary. Sometimes because you got the ID a long time ago, you can't write that same signature. But if the notary has certified the TRN form, the tax office will allow us sometimes, even though the signature varies, to the taxpayer's office will allow us to still get the TRN for you. So getting the TRN is not difficult. As I said, pull down the form, take it to a notary along with a photocopy of your picture ID and a letter of consent giving permission for us to get the TRN for you. If you want us to do it directly, sometimes we'll fill out the form for you. We'll write the letter of consent. All you have to do is sign that. and then we will go in and pick up the TRN for you. It's not a difficult process. Also, as well, something that we have realized that we have to be doing, especially in this pandemic, and we do it for our clients, is to get the birth certificates for you, and the death certificates and the marriage certificates, because it's a little challenging sometimes for persons to come out and to get some of these things done. But you can also apply for those online at the RGD website. You can pay with your credit card, apply online for these things. But the thing is, you can only apply online if you have the registration numbers, and most times you don't. So we have to send somebody to the TRN, to the RGD. We have to send someone to do a search to get the registration number, and then we can apply. But we realize that we have to look at a different way to serve our clients in this pandemic, and we have to go the extra mile these days, because some persons don't know when they will come back to Jamaica. They don't know when they will come back to Jamaica because of the pandemic. So we'll assist you in getting the TRNs, we'll assist you in getting the birth certificates, the death certificates, the marriage certificates, in order to assist you in getting the land matters sorted out. And with this in mind, we are doing this to this end, that you have proper documentation, and so you can be able to sort out your assets. And I'm encouraging the older persons now. We see what is happening with this pandemic. I'm encouraging you to let the younger generation, even though the younger generation having challenges in the pandemic as well, but let persons know about your assets. I've had so many clients call, my mother had land in St. Mary, can you find it for me? Because a lot of persons who have not come to Jamaica, they see this like a dot on the map, and they feel that it is as small as a dot. So they feel that if they tell me the land is in St. Mary, I can just go and find it. Let the children know exactly where and how much land you have. I'll come back to you after the break. This is Land Solutions.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3 o'clock.
You asked, we listened. You said you wanted back the additional hour. Dear Pastor returns to its usual time from 10 p.m. until midnight.
Oh boy,
Your thoughts on topical issues, relationship matters, questions you want answered, pertinent advice. It all comes together on Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas.
Hello.
Hello, Pastor.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Where you may ask me a question, I may or may not answer.
He returns to keep your company from 10 p.m. until midnight, right here on Power 106 FM.
Power Talk has been a unique source of discourse on matters of public interest, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk brings you the new hosts who will take talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays, and Simon Croskill from Wednesday to Friday, as they provide a riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for brand new features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays, and Simon Croskill Wednesday to Friday on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Living in the positive.
Thanks a lot. Here on today's edition of Land Solutions. Land Solutions, the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Anything at all to do with the sale or purchase of land, you've come to the right place. Here are the numbers to call: 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, and 876-922-4114. The text line for Land Solutions is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876-387-3183, 876-387-3183. The website is landsolutionsja.com, landsolutionsja.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja, facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com, gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The law firm Brown, Findlay and Company is located in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office at Shop 6 upstairs, the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. You're encouraged to call before turning up. The numbers to call the law firm Brown, Findlay and Company, 876-908-1950 or 876-908-3518. Once again, here's attorney at law Gloria Brown.
Thanks again, Dervan. The text line 387-3183 and a text message. If a person died, left 9 adult children, no wills. 2 names of the children are on the property. What's the best way to proceed to add all the other children's names? I need a little bit more information. You didn't tell me the person who died, if that person's name is on the title. Well, I'm going to look at all the scenarios. Suppose that person's name is on the title and the person is there as a joint tenant with the other 2 children. And if they are joint tenant or tenant in common, it's written on the title. So suppose the title says your mother, your sister, and your brother as joint tenants. The sister and the brother will make an application to note your mother's death. And then they will proceed to add the 7 other children. So they will transfer from the 2 of them to the 9 of you. I hope they are willing to do so. If they were tenants in common with your mother or your parent who died, they're going to have to administer the estate for the share of that parent's estate, for the share that that person owned, and then they will transfer to everybody. I hope they are willing. And your text is suggesting that they are. But that's also a part of the danger, which I say to parents all the time. Sometimes parents will come into the office and they will say, I want to add 1 child to my title. And I will say, the first thing I usually ask, if anything should happen to you, is this the only person you want to get the property? A lot of times they will say, no, I have other children, but this one will take care of them. I don't subscribe to that school. Because what happens if that one should pass on? It's going to go to that one spouse and children only, and they might not want to add the others. And if the property is outside of Kingston and St. Andrew and Portmore, then it's the same cost to add 1 child as it is to add 10. So be careful how you deal with things like these. To say, I'm going to add this first one because they are good children, man, they live good. They might live good when you are alive. Or sometimes they bring other persons into the family that don't know about good living. So a lot of things you must look out for. Don't just say because things are okay today, they are going to be okay tomorrow. If you have 5 children and you want the 5 of them to get the property, add the 5 of them. If you can't afford to add them, make a will and will it to the 5 of them. But do not just say I'm adding 1, because something could happen to you today and then something happens to that 1 tomorrow. And that 1 did not make a will. It's going to go to the spouse and children of that 1 child. And then you see the challenges that might arise. So I hope your brothers and sisters are all in agreement and you all want to add the 9. And remember, when you're adding the 9 now, you need to discuss whether or not you're going to be tenants in common or joint tenants. If all of you go on the title as joint tenant, it means that when one dies, it will be owned by another 8. So every time one dies, their children and their spouse won't get any benefit out of it. It goes to the survivors. Till the one who lives the longest, that one alone will own it. Or you might want to be tenants in common where each of you will have a 1/9 that you can will to your relatives. Usually, I really prefer, I know a lot of persons say they prefer joint tenants because it's easier to work with and it's easier, but I really prefer tenants in common for a lot of these kind of situations where you can leave your share to your children, or if you don't have any children, you can will it to whatever brother or sister you want or to all the others. But at least it gives you an option to deal with the property if anything should happen to you. I hope I have answered your question. Oh, her name is on the title as tenant in common. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, the person is giving me some more information. That means the others can't just add you to it now. They are going to have to. I don't know if your parent. I don't know if your parent left a will. If they didn't make a will, you're going to have to administer the estate. And you're asking if the land can be divided in 9 parts. I'm not sure how big it is and where it is located. The parish council is the one. The parish council is the institution, or we call them the municipal corporation now. They are going to be the one to tell you if the property can be cut up in 9. So the best person to ask usually is your surveyor to see if it can be subdivided in 9 if it's big enough. Because a lot of times in rural areas, they don't want the lots to be too small. They want it to have like quarter acre and so on. So I hope it's at least 4 acres or so. But because there are tenants in common, if the parent did not make a will, two or three or 4 of the children need to administer the estate. And because there are tenants in common, the 2 who are on the title did not automatically get the share for your parent who died. That share is going to go to whoever the will, they didn't make a will, that share is going to be shared for all 9 of you. So if there are tenants in common in equal share, the 2 who are on the title now would have a third, and this 1/3 that the parent died leaving will have to be shared for the 9 of you again. Even the 2 who are on the title are going to get a share out of the one who died. But immediately get a surveyor and talk to the surveyor to see if the land can be cut up in 9 pieces. And sometimes you might have some other siblings who might say they don't want their share, they want to give it to somebody else. And that's another thing. A lot of times persons say, I don't want my share and I'm going to write a letter giving it up. A letter can't do that. It has to be transferred to them first, and afterwards it transferred to whoever they want to give it to. So because mom has or dad passed on and the name is on the title as a tenant in common, if there's no will, you're going to have to administer the estate. Oh, there's no will. Okay, you're giving more information. Thanks for that. There's no will, so you're going to apply for what we call a grant of letters of administration. It's not a letter. It's a court order. When there's a will, you get a probate. When there's no will, you apply for letters of administration. So it's sometimes going to take you a little while in the courts because things are taking over a year now. They have gone back to pre-COVID status in terms of time. So you're going to get a particulars for Administrator General form. I'm going to send you one short as soon as I'm finished the program. And you're going to get the death certificate, and then you're going to apply for letters of administration in the estate and then transfer to everybody. Oh, you do not want to be cut up. You want to know if each can have equal parts. Yes, and that's what's going to make you 10. You can make the tenants in common in equal share if the 2 people on the title agree, because they already have 1/3 and 1/3. Is the third 1/3 that's going to go to each of you in equal shares? So if the 2 people on the title agree for everybody to get a 1/9, then after we have added all 9 of you to this 1/3 that the parent has died, then we'll do another transfer from the 9 of you of all the property to 9 of you equally. So that can be done. That can be done. So I'm going to send you the form shortly after the program, so you can at least get some guidance as to what to do. And it's in this COVID period when we have these stay-at-home times that we need to be looking for the old land paper that we haven't sorted out. It's a good time to do some spring cleaning, to throw out the papers for the children who have just passed the exams to go to high school. I know about those things. And, to get rid of a lot of the papers and to find some of the papers, the old tax papers that I've been asking you for, the old receipts and so on, anything to show ownership of the property. Time to start. Good day, Miss Brown. I bought a parcel of land that is beside my premises. It had a 1-bedroom on it. I did some addition on it, and I had the survey diagram that I did after I bought it. I need to get the title. I'm living in Canada. Don't know if I will come back to Jamaica anytime soon. How can I get it done while I'm away? The survey had been done just over 2 years ago. Wonderful. So as soon as I finish the program, I will send you the information and we will start immediately. What I want you to have in mind now for me, I hope you have the receipt that you used to buy, that you used when you bought it. And also, I want you to start thinking for me, because I'm going to need 2 persons who have known the land for 30 years. Because they're going to have to sign something for you. You're going to have to give me their information, because I might have to contact them for you and send the papers for them, since you are away in Canada. And also think as well, who do you want to go on the title with you? You can put any number of persons, or you can put your name alone, you decide. So as soon as the program is over, and I hope you have proper control of it and squatters have not taken it over. I hope you have rented it out, or you have relatives in there with permission. And even if you have relatives in there, please get them to sign something to say they are there with your permission. because sometimes things happen and later on you hear that they were there without permission. You know, if you're on property without permission for a certain period of time, you can claim it. But you sound like somebody who is on top of your game. You have done your survey and it's just 2 years old, so we don't have to update it. Remember, after 7 years, we have to update it, but this seems fine. So I'm going to be sending you shortly the information that I'm going to need from you, and we can start right away to assist you in getting a title. And I'm going to beg these persons who are sending me the text messages to please follow up. Sometimes clients might be a little bit peeved that I probably sometimes don't follow up as much as I should in some matters, but remember that I'm trying to assist a lot of persons. Sometimes that's the only challenge you have in relation to land. So feel free in calling Ms. Brown to say, you know, what is happening, etc. And I want to thank the client who is telling me, Ms. Brown, it's a fantastic program. I will tell others about it. Your help is too. This is what we aim for. We want persons to have knowledge, because knowledge is power. That's why we are on Power 106 as well. Because recognize that a lot of this information has been hidden over the years and have caused persons to lose the little they have and not to have enough knowledge. And I've had two clients recently who came to my office and told me that they are now the village lawyers in their community. And that's what I want. I want it to be village lawyers. Okay, I don't want us attorneys at law to have all the knowledge. So when somebody making a mistake or not doing something, they can come to you and you can say, Miss Brown or Miss Finley said X, Y, Z. That's the aim of the program. So I'm proud of you, village lawyers. We need more of that out there. We need more persons like that who have the knowledge out there to pass on to your fellow, to your colleagues in the community. And I know a lot of persons in the community listening to this program and a lot of persons learning. And that's what we want. We cannot become a first world nation if we don't have the knowledge in relation to land. This is Land the Solution.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15. The following is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Ministry of Health and Wellness invites members of the public to attend a vaccination site on Monday, September 6 and Tuesday, September 7. Please visit vaccination.moh.gov.jm or social media for details on location, opening hours, and vaccine type. Monday, September 6th, St. Anne's Bay Health Center, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Portland, Port Antonio Health Center, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. St. Mary, Port Maria Anglican Church Hall, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Robbins Bay Primary School, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. St. Elizabeth, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Junction Health Center, Newell Health Center, Santa Cruz Health Center, and Black River Health Center. Kingston and St. Andrew, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. National Arena, Mona Aging and Wellness Center, and the University Hospital of the West Indies. Clarendon, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Denby Primary School and Spalding Health Center. Hopewell Health Center, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Trelawney, Falmouth Health Center, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Dewanvale Health Center, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. St. James, Catherine Hall Health Center, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the Montego Bay Comprehensive Health Center, Type 5. Sandals Inn, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Elfie Health Center, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Salters Hill Baptist Church, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Manchester, Mandeville Regional Hospital, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Westmoreland, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Manning School, Savannah Lamar Health Center, and Darlaston Health Center. Tuesday, September 7, Westmoreland, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Savannah Lamar Health Center. Trelawney, Albert Town Square, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. St. James, Catherine Hall Health Center, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Montego Bay Comprehensive Health Center, Type 5. Sandals Inn, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Salters Hill Baptist Church, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mount Carey Health Center, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. Anne, Alexandria Community Hospital, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Turtle River Park, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Portland, Port Antonio Health Center, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. St. Mary, Port Maria Anglican Church Hall, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the Clonmel Primary and Infant School, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Clarendon, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Bustamante High School, Summerfield Community Center, Frankfield Health Center, and Denby Primary School. St. Elizabeth, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Mountainside Primary School, Santa Cruz Health Center, and Comapen Church of God of Prophecy. Manchester, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Mandeville Regional Hospital and the Harmony Hall, Hammonds District. Kingston and St. Andrew, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., National Arena, Mona Aging and Wellness Center, and the University Hospital of the West Indies. Hanover, Green Island Health Center, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., and St. Catherine, Caymanas Park, Portmore, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Persons should take their school ID, child's birth certificate, a government-issued identification, or letter from a justice of the peace to the sites. Let's get vaccinated and get back to life.
The Gleaner Premium will excite your digital media experience, satisfy your appetite for exclusive stories and special access to editors' fora, videos, podcasts, and much more. To subscribe, go to jamaica-gleaner.com/premium and select the e-Gleaner or website option. Welcome to your new digital experience, the Gleaner Premium.
Prices start as low as US $2.99. Sign up today and keep up with the Gleaners 18. Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112-5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration. Offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
It's fresh. It's worldviews from a youth perspective. It's Gen Z, navigating the ups and downs of everyday life. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Power 106 FM.
It's the final segment of today's edition of Land Solutions. Get in those questions before time runs out. Here are the numbers to call: 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876, let's leave it at 4 for now. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, 876-387-3183, 876-387-3183. The website address is landsolutionsja.com, landsolutionsja.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja, facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com, gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The law firm Brown, Findlay and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office upstairs, Shop 6, the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. We encourage you to call ahead instead of just showing up. The numbers to call the law firm Brown, Findlay and Company, 876-908-1950 or 876-908-3518. For the final segment on today's edition of Land Solutions, here's attorney at law, Gloria Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Okay, so my listener in Quebec has sent you the form and has sent the two other listeners who have asked me for the form, who are trying to get a title for the first time. So you're trying to get a title for the first time? I have a one-page form that if you can give me that information that I'm asking you for, this simple one-page form, most times, 95% of the time, I'm able to help you to get a title. So you can just send me a WhatsApp message, I'm trying to get a title for the first time. You have bought a little piece of land, your parent died and left a little piece of land for you. Or you have been living on a little piece of land for a number of years and you want a title. Remember, the title is the ultimate, is the Rolls Royce of ownership. That's the best evidence you can have to show that this property is mine. When you have this title, nobody can question your ownership of it unless they can prove that you got the title fraudulently. So let's go after this title. Let's go after this ultimate thing. Before the break, I was saying that we can't become a first world country. We can't have a first world status if our land is in such a mess. There's an author I've spoken about him for a little while called Hernando de Soto. he has written a book called The Mystery of Capital, Why Capitalism Thrives in the West and Fails Everywhere Else. And this author is saying why capitalism thrives in the West. And you notice the West. And you notice that the people from the West, most of the people from the West, the first world countries where capitalism is thriving, they are all, none of them are black countries, they are all white countries. And I'm saying, why is it that all of these countries are the first world countries? And there are various reasons. Many of them because they're still living off the back of slavery. Okay? Many of them because they have the wealth that they have exploited the third world, what they call the third world countries now. They have exploited them over the years and living off the wealth and still living off the wealth of Africa, of even of us. Because even a simple thing as football, I was looking at football and realizing that a lot of the countries who have players overseas, the players are not being able to come to play for World Cup qualifiers in a lot of these other countries, South America, etc., because they're playing league football in first world countries, refuse to release them. And I said to myself, boy, capitalism and exploitation and colonization, I mean, those things are all upside down. I mean, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Something as simple as that you would think, okay, we release a player for them to go and play for Brazil, for us, so and so, but no, they are playing. We own them. We have bought them. Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that sounding like something from the 16th century? We have bought you, we own you, so we can't release you. More things change, the more they release the same. These times have given us time to pause on a lot of things. So I'm saying to us that what this author is saying, okay, and I digress a bit, what this author is saying, why capitalism thrives in the West but fails everywhere, is a simple thing as title. He looks at Haiti, and he's saying that when you look at the houses and the infrastructure that people have put up in Haiti, and we don't have to go to Haiti, but he used that as an example. Let me look at Jamaica. When you drive through the countryside of Jamaica, go into a parish like St. Elizabeth, and when you look at the mansions that persons have put up, but what this author is saying, that they own these properties without documentation. So a person walks into my office and is asking me to get a title for them, and I say I need the market value of the property, and you have to give me market value. Don't tell me the tax value, because you wouldn't sell it for that. And when we're applying for the title, we need to know what the property is value. What would you sell it for today? That's the value we want. Don't say, oh, the value is on the tax paper, because you wouldn't sell it for that. Remember, the tax paper is land value, and that's the value for a long time ago. You wouldn't even sell your land for that. No, it is pure land. So this is what I'm saying. What is happening is that in the third world, people have the assets. We have worked hard. Out of nothing, Mr. and Mrs. Black or Mr. and Mrs. Brown or Green, they have built a beautiful house on a little piece of land, but they have nothing to show, no documentation. He's saying that's different in these other countries, these countries that claim to be first world. It's different. Every piece of land is properly documented in a title registry, where you can just go in, so because of that, it's easy for people to sell the properties, pass property from one to another. And most of the people, you look at America, most business persons in America have started their businesses by using their title for their houses as collateral to get loans to start the business. We can't get a loan on a receipt. You can't get a loan using a receipt. Or using to say, my mommy gave me the land by point finger to point that my piece is from the breadfruit tree to the orange tree to the mango tree to Mr. Brown boundary. You can't get a title based on that. So we have to look to sort out the whole title situation. Another thing as well, you get a title today, but you have done nothing in terms of any estate planning. So you have left for the children to start back from beginning to try and sort it out. You have not left it for them to hit the ground running. So we don't leave our assets so the children can run and really take the baton and run. We leave it where every time the children have to be on your marks again, they have to go back down. The asset like a relay. When you leave this next generation, they hit the ground running, so they are a little ahead of each of you. Don't let everybody have to start the race at the beginning. So you have left and it's a mess, and the children have to go and sort out. I always say, if you can give it to them in your lifetime, give it to them by protecting your interest, which is why I keep advocating the life tenancy, so the parents have some amount of control they are alive. But I beg of you, and I've not thought of it before, it's just now that I'll be thinking that I realize what as I said about the baton and starting on the marks, it's something I'm going to be using from now. So at least pandemic has has given me something new to look at how we live in the land. We live in the land as if we're running a race like a sprint, where you have to go down on your marks. And I don't want us to leave it like that, where you're on your mark, set, go. I want us to leave it as a relay. And as you fall out, or even while you're alive, the children have a baton to run with. So I'm encouraging us today in the last few minutes I have to write the wills. Right away. I'm writing them for my clients now, even without seeing. I'm writing them for the relatives, for the people who are abroad. I'm writing them for the relatives. I'm begging you. Okay, and I'm asking all the persons who have listened to the program, who have contacted me, you have not heard from me, I'm going to ask you to give me a call. My WhatsApp number is 3873183. 876-387-3183. I prefer if you call me on Wednesday, because remember in Jamaica, today is a lockdown day. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week, same thing next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we have to stay home, we can't go out. But come Wednesday, we'll hit the ground running. Or just send me a WhatsApp message. Miss Brown, I sent you this. Can you help me to get the title? So the forms I've sent out, if anything on it you don't understand, or those very clear, okay, it's a simple form, asking you for some basic information. We have an office in Ocherios. I will be in Ocherios, God willing, this Thursday. I'll be there this Thursday from about 10 to about 1. So just call me and I to make an appointment so I can tell you what I need or if you are to come in. But I will be there this Thursday. Miss Finley was there last Thursday. And remember, we have the office in Ocherios and we also have one in Winchester Business Center. So you want to come and see us on Wednesday, send me a WhatsApp message or a text message or any message, or send me an email, gloria@landsolutions.ja, to say you want to see me. Okay, and let me discuss with you exactly what it's about and what I would need you to bring with you. Mr. T, I've got your number, and I promise as soon as I hang up, I'm going to give you a call to try to sort out your matter. But I'm encouraging my listeners, survey the property, make the will, let us help you to get the title in this pandemic. You don't have to come into office. I want to say thanks to Dervan, and thanks to Adrian, and thanks to Power 106, and to my valued listeners who continue to support Land Solutions. Remember, I'll be in Ocherios this week, or you can just give me a call, 387-3183, so I can assist you in sorting out your matters. Have a good day, everyone. Keep safe, and remember, vaccines are available everywhere in this lockdown period. I encourage my listeners to take your vaccine. Bye-bye.
You contribute directly to Jamaica's national development when you pay your customs duties. Let's all do our part in keeping the wheels of our economy turning. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 3:30.
Tune in to Farm Talk every second and third Tuesday of each month at 6:30 a.m. for the feature Smart Farming. Smart Farming will focus on solutions for farmers, such as land, animal husbandry, agronomy, and more. That's Smart Farming every second and third Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. during Farm Talk, only on Power 106 FM. Smart Farming is sponsored by Hypro. Dr. Jackie Campbell is on call Wednesday evenings at 8 with Powering Your Health. This Wednesday, September 8, Miss Brittany Blackwood will discuss the learning of creative lunch dishes with just $500 for 2 persons. Also, tune in for a focus on how to get a good night's rest. That's Powering Your Health this Wednesday, September 8 at 8 p.m. only on Power 106 FM. Powering Your Health is brought to you by 6 West Medical, 6 West Street, Old Harbor, St. Catherine, PA Benjamin, a trusted name for over a century. National Health Fund, your partner for healthy living. Bico Zinc Plus Syrup, distributed by Medical Disposables and Supplies, available in pharmacies island-wide. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies Limited. Let's save water. Wellington Dental, 57 Wellington Street, Spanish Town. Benson Pharmacy, 11 Main Street, A2, Old Harbor. And Daisy Health Technology, monitoring health to blossom.
Teach them to wait, to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
If a child lives with criticism, he learns to condemn. If a child lives with hostility, he learns to fight. If a child lives with ridicule, he learns to be shy. If a child lives with shame, he learns to feel guilty.
Children learn what they read. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their hearts, and they will find love in the world.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world on the eve of, I beg your pardon, on the heels of today's edition of Land Solutions. And we could say on the eve of the third and final day of no movement for the time being. But just to go back to the point, in fact, there's a message on Facebook Live. But before we go there, the one we wanted to share in line with the current situation is from Clarky Bless in Hunstown, St. Mary. He says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Happy Monday to you and your listeners. According to the Ministry of Health, with regard to the coronavirus, 29,957 have recovered and 1,549 people have died. Can we be told what percentage of these people were vaccinated or unvaccinated?" That's a question from Clarky Bless in Hunstown, St. Mary. And if we get an opportunity, we will ask the question, Clarky Bless in Hunstown, St. Mary. In the meantime, over to the public health professionals who are still on the job. Let's greet those who have been on for a while now. We haven't. Let's see. Norman Hines in St. Thomas. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Mariah Gale. Good afternoon to you too. Shouting out to all the wonderful people from Sevens Corners, Leeds, St. Elizabeth, says Mariah Gale. Hello to all the wonderful people from Seven Corners, Leeds, St. Elizabeth. Velta Wilson says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm and other listeners. Stay safe by doing what is right. Don't let fear drive you nuts. Have faith over fear. One of the greatest enemies is fear," says Velta Wilson in St. Thomas. Audley Clark says, "Good afternoon, my brother. Hope all is well with you." We're giving thanks for life as usual, Audley Clark. How's it with you? Violet White says, "Good afternoon, Dervan and listening audience. Stay safe. Follow the rules," she says. Stacey Ann Rawle Barrett says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Checking in from East Orange, New Jersey." Welcome, Stacey Ann Rawle Barrett from East Orange, New Jersey. Violet White is greeting Olga Hollingshead. Carol Winter says, "Congrats to my friend Marlene Mahoney Love and her husband Paul Love on the birth of their son." We join you in conveying congratulations to the lovely Marlene Mahoney Love and her charming husband Paul Love on the birth of their son. Mabel Jameson says, "Good afternoon, Dervan. Nice to see you. Always listening to you on the radio, but now I'm looking at you. Well, look at you, Mabel Jameson. You've done it now, haven't you? Good to see you. Looking in from Discovery Bay, she says. And clearly you've made a new discovery, Mabel Jameson. Jennifer Stewart from Q Road in Kencott, East Central St. Andrew. Good afternoon. Hello to Sybil Thompson as well. Annette Bless says good afternoon to you too, Annette Bless. Faye Weller, good afternoon to you. And we accept afternoon greetings on behalf of our listeners as well. Blessed love, says Faye Weller. Audrey Smith in Southampton, England says, good afternoon, Dervan and listeners. Tuning in from a very humid Southampton. Stay cool in those humid conditions, Audrey Smith in Southampton. Inez Iona Campbell says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan and viewers. It's our Labor Day today. I know I did acknowledge at the top of the program, Inez Iona Campbell. Thank you very much for joining us. Trust you've been having an enjoyable Labor Day. All other things being equal. Ricardo in Glengoff, St. Catherine, shouting out to everybody as usual. Jamalian Lewis says, wow, a lot to take in. How long does it take in general from buying to securing a title? Well, that depends on all the variables involved, Jamalia. We can always forward your message to Attorney at Law Gloria Brown. Olga Hollingshead says, blessings of the afternoon to you, Sir Dervan Malcolm, and all your listening diaspora family and friends. Have a great day. To you too, Olga Hollingshead. Osmond Forrester says, greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome, Osmond Forrester from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good to have you on board. How are things in Raleigh, North Carolina, weather-wise and COVID-19 wise? Dalton Baxter says, listening in for the first time from London, England. Welcome, Dalton Baxter from London, England. Just came across by chance, says Dalton Baxter. Bless you. Blessings to you too, Dalton Baxter. Good to have you join us on the program. Karen Bailey says, Marva, or this is Marva, listening from Alberta, Canada. Welcome, Marva, in Alberta, Canada. Good to have you on board. Thank you for making it both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. Kimmy in St. Catherine on YouTube says, hi, Dervan. Good afternoon. Listening while working from home. Interesting information from Land Solutions. And Kimmy also says, hello also to all the listeners from around the world. Have a blessed and a safe day, everyone, or a blessed and a safe day, everyone. Thank you very much, Kimmy in St. Catherine, for your messages. And all the others who have been messaging us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And this person just simply saying hi. Well, hi to you too. And thank you very much for your message on WhatsApp. Thank you. Thank you very much. And hello to Ruel Ruler Brown, who is, let's just say, somewhere out there listening, I believe. Greetings to you. Thank you very much. So here we are on the second day of the second installment of a 7-day lockdown, but not 7 consecutive days. In the first instance, 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then back to movement Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then back to no movement Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I think another Sunday after that. Well, we don't know yet. Well, I think so. Unless there's an announcement that says otherwise before this latest round of no movement days comes to an end. Manoa Scott says greetings. Greetings to you too, Manoa Scott. And we know that there have been a few inquiries. Normally people want to know how are we doing with respect to COVID-19. Of course, there are those who can't countenance any more of the information right now. It's overwhelming for a lot of people, and they try to lock out a lot of what's been happening or not happening to maintain their sanity. Whatever works for you, by all means. There have been 643 newly confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica over the last 24 hours, for an overall figure of 71,987. 71,987 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica since the first case on the 10th of March, I believe it was, last year. The spread across parishes, the area of significance in terms of the numbers, the highest numbers, 18,293, the corporate area, Kingston and St. Andrew. And then, of course, there are the other areas. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:45. Power Talk has been a unique source of discourse on matters of public interest, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk brings you the new hosts who will take talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide a riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for brand new features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Croskill Wednesday to Friday on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Living in the positive.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. You can always go to moh.gov.jm to see the COVID-19 clinical management summary. In other words, you can read it or examine it for yourselves at your own pace and disaggregate the numbers as well. Those numbers that we've given you are from the moh.gov.jm website. The number of tests conducted yesterday, 1,387 COVID-19 tests, and as we said, 643 confirmed cases from that series of tests. Sadly, we've lost 18 more people, not all within the last 24 hours, but over a particular period of time, from the 1st to the 4th of September. So the figure of 18 deaths, which was submitted yesterday, That that figure relates to September 1 to 4. September 1 to 4. So sadly, we've lost 18 more people to COVID 19 here in Jamaica. Commiserations and condolences to the family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors of those individuals. Now, a total of 1,637. So, 1,637 people have died from COVID 19 in Jamaica. May their souls rest in peace. Spare a thought in the meantime for those who have been admitted to hospital on account of COVID 19. 53 of those people are critically ill, 121 are severely ill, and 175 moderately ill. Again, feel free to go to the Ministry of Health and Wellness's website, moh.gov.jm, for further details. Now, if you've been relaxing and enjoying the break from work or working from home, whatever the situation, we trust that you have been able to keep up with developments in the news at home and abroad. But just in case you haven't been able to pay attention, the Gleaner is reporting that the general manager of the Urban Development Corporation, the UDC, has resigned. Heather Pinnock has resigned as the general manager of the Urban Development Corporation, UDC. She will leave the agency on the 31st of October this year. She was appointed general manager on the 1st of April 2019. In a statement, the UDC did not indicate the circumstances that led to her resignation. However, the UDC said Ms. Pinnock devoted dedicated service to the agency. That's Heather Pinnock resigning as general manager of the Urban Development Corporation. She will leave the agency on the 31st of October. So that's one of the stories trending. Here's another. 75-year-old woman slain in Ureton, St. Catherine. Residents of the rural community of Cotton Peace in Ureton, St. Catherine, are in shock following the gruesome discovery of the body of a senior citizen this morning. The deceased has been identified as 75-year-old Anita Brown, otherwise called Annie B. Condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, neighbors of the late Anita Brown, otherwise called Annie B. Hanover man arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting daughter. Lord help us. A 43-year-old Hanover man who is alleged to have sexually assaulted his 19-year-old daughter has been taken into custody by the police. Reports from the Lucy police are that the teenager went to live with her father in eastern Hanover over 4 months ago. During that time, he reportedly started to demand sex from her. Jesus. It's being alleged that he subsequently sexually assaulted his daughter. We trust that the teenager will get all the help and support that she needs in order to contend with what must be a very confusing, contradictory, confounding experience. Apparently the child development, the child protection and family services agency. I'm just trying to retrieve the information. Or the matter has been reported to the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and child abuse. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. What is wrong with us? Live on your smart devices all over the world. Biden directs federal aid to New York and New Jersey after deadly flooding. Yeah, he's dealing with quite a few, the president of the United States and his team having to manage a couple of significant happenings. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic is still very much happening. The flood damage and loss of lives in New York and New Jersey, and the general sense of dislocation and discombobulation. And they're still dealing with matters of happening outside of the United States. They're still keeping an eye on Afghanistan and some of the close to just about 100 Americans who are still in Afghanistan, etc. A lot happening there. We commiserate with those who have been negatively impacted by those occurrences. Let's go to the phone lines, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
I'm living in Christian, Manchester, and we would like them to have more vaccination sites in our community because we have to go by the Christian clinic, and sometimes they only have one dose there. The second person who need to get the second dose,
yes,
they only have that there because I went out there last week.
No, but it shouldn't matter if you're going for first or second. If it's a vaccination drive, then everybody is supposed to be vaccinated. Everybody who turns up.
No, well, they only have for second persons who come to get second dose. They don't have for the first dose. Like if you go to get the first dose.
Yes, I see what you mean. So they're prioritizing.
Yes, they don't
for those. It's not that they don't have they have vaccines, but they are prioritizing those who have already received the first dose.
Right. Yes.
That is. Where did you go?
Well, we went out by the Christian clinic last week. It was a no movement day.
Yes.
Last week, Wednesday. Last week Tuesday we went out there. But when we went out there, the security was turning us back. So my husband said that he refused to accept that, and we went down by the clinic. And that was what it was.
Hello? Sorry, lost that caller. Sorry about that. And we're sorry that we're still at this point where we're turning away people. If based on what the caller just said, assuming that is in fact so, it is most unfortunate and quite disconcerting and unnerving, because we really need to, if we hope to achieve what the health ministry is planning to achieve, then surely we have to do all that is necessary to administer those vaccines. We've heard that the tact TACT has changed now, and the ministry is trying to reach more people where they are. We need to do better than that. Yes, the caller is back. Hello?
Yes, so Mr. Malcolm, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so I was saying that we went out by the
Christiana Clinic.
Yeah, the Christiana Clinic. So my husband said that he refused to accept that. So we went down from the gate. The security told us that, and he said that he refused to accept that, and we went down by the clinic, and they told us that. So on Thursday now, we went out by the Spalding Hospital in Clarendon, and we got through, but the crowd that was there, Mr. Malcolm, the crowd that was there, a lot of people would turn back because my husband said that he was going to go home back. And I said to him, no, we're not going to go home back. We're going to try. So we went downstairs and we got through, but it was crowd again. So if we are to get away from the crowd, it needs better organization. So,
better management, yes.
Exactly. Too much crowd, Mr. Malcolm, till all confrontation with a patient, a confront nurse. Say, them did it from morning and all of that, and then docket, them paper where them write up their bottom. Till all, my husband has to go in the argument at one point and tell one of the patients to stop attacking the nurse because the nurse start getting upset.
Yeah, well, we're sorry to hear of that situation, but clearly you still managed to get vaccinated.
Well, we finally get vaccinated,
yes.
Mr. Malcolm, but
right.
We went from 11 o'clock, and after 3,
yes.
we just got vaccinated.
Yeah, well,
and it's one nurse working.
Yeah.
One nurse alone working.
I don't know if we have a scheduled interview coming up, so we have to wrap now unless you want to call us back.
Okay, I will.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock. Are you an accomplished professional with senior managerial experience? Optimize your profitability with a high-impact doctoral degree from the University of Sunderland, offered through the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Practitioners without a master's degree but with significant senior managerial experience can also be considered for direct admission into the professional doctoral degree program. Apply online today at ucc.edu.jn or call us at 876-906-2000. UCC, fostering leadership and innovation.
Under the law. Know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. Under the law.
Brought to you today by the Ministry of National Security, creating a safer Jamaica.
See how my adult face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired. I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
We don't have no bird paper nor no ID. Them have all of my documents then. Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. Report suspected cases of human trafficking. Call the nearest police station, 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Annie, when we come back from New York, I see a young girl afloat around Mr. Royard. Who is she?
It's a long story. You don't want to know.
Tell me all the same.
You know, hear it from me. Mr. Roy go 80 pound on a fishing trip and bring back this little 14-year-old girl. Tell her mother I'm going to put her through school.
Why you not want to take on that? And him house full already with him common law wife Pamela and him 4 picnic them.
Nearly 5 years ago. And all now the girl don't know what like.
You lie.
She is in domestic helper. And the amount of back gear Marcia.
How you know so much?
Walls of ears and people talk. And that's not the whole story for a molester too.
You realize that what Mr. Roy do is jail business?
Everybody afraid for talk.
It can't go on so. For if it's so it really go, me, I go report him to the police.
you need to do that. For Roy, having recruited, transported, transferred, harbored, or received another person for the purpose of exploitation in Jamaica, can be charged for trafficking in persons, sexual exploitation, under Section 4.1 of the Trafficking in Persons Prevention, Suppression, and Punishment Act 2007. He and Pamela can be charged for facilitating trafficking in persons and are sentenced to a maximum of 20 years imprisonment at hard labor, or to both imprisonment and a fine. If there are aggravating circumstances, for example, in this scenario where the victim is a child, Roy and Pamela can be sentenced to an additional 10 years imprisonment. That's how it is under the law.
Brought to you today by the Ministry of National Security, creating a safer Jamaica.
Join us Mondays at 6:45 and 8:55 a.m. and at 9:55 p.m. on Power 106 FM for Under the Law.
Teach them to wait, to love in the heart, and then they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait.
Peor es en espagnol. Son las 4:04. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:04. 现在几点了？4点04分. 4 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Cleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, on the Dervan Malcolm YouTube channel, as well as the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. The Manoa Scott says, greetings, sir. Greetings to you, Manoa Scott. Barbara Brown, listening from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, says, good afternoon. Very sad news about Jamaica and COVID-19. God help us all. Quincy Brown says, good afternoon, everyone. I'm tuned in as I'm watching the weather in St. Andrew switch from sunshine to overcast. Dalton Baxter says, if we could discipline ourselves in Jamaica, we would get through this thing, COVID, sooner than later, in spite of all the setbacks. Thank you, Dalton, and all the others for your messages on Facebook Live. On YouTube, Janice Dunbar, good afternoon to you. Janice says, I'm your radio listener from way back, just taking a peek, work, and listen. Love your program. Love it on a Saturday also. Bless up. All the best, Janice. And Sharon Campbell says, good afternoon. Whenever they are going to do vaccination, they put out the information. Thank you very much. Some time ago on this program, we featured for the first time an enterprise that continues to blossom, continues to grow. And would you believe it? It's almost a year or just about a year coming up to the first anniversary of Break Barriers, Caring Hands, Jamaica. And there's a lot to celebrate, and the team plans to celebrate all week in a COVID-19 conscious manner. Break Barriers, Caring Hands, Jamaica, celebrating their first anniversary. And to tell us more, Andreen Lewis Longway and Kayla Lewis. Good afternoon, welcome, and happy anniversary.
Hi, Dervan. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. For those who missed that initial interview and the subsequent engagements, can you say how BBCH came about to bring those into the loop who are hearing about Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica for the first time?
Absolutely. Thank you. It's with pleasure that I'm doing that. And thanks to the listeners who are tuning in. This is Andreen. I am Louis Longwe. I am from the UK. I live in the UK. And we run the baby or the mother to BBCH. So BBCH is a home care agency. As I said, the child to BBN, which is Break Barriers Nottingham. In 2020...
Sorry, I can't help but notice a repeating of the audio in the background.
Okay,
so
hold
not sure if there's a device. You might want to turn that off
Okay, hold on.
or move from that area.
Is that any better?
Yes, much better.
Okay, all right then.
So you mentioned Nottingham. You're saying the parent, well, not the parent, but the original.
Yeah, the original branch of Break Barriers is located in the UK. And in the UK, we do home care, which is well known in the UK. In 2020, when we had the lockdown, I started to look at employing my families from Jamaica to work in the company in the UK. And after the success of that, I said to myself, why not take the business to Jamaica? So in the height of COVID, recognizing that on the island, we don't have much of a choice where home care is concerned, I decided to bring the business here. So in June of last year, the initial idea came. We registered by August, and here we are, a year on. We have Break Barriers Care in Hands, giving the public of Jamaica a choice in terms of home care when their loved ones are no longer able to look after themselves, and as opposed to taking them out of their homes, we're saying, let them stay at home, and we come into your home and serve them right there from the comfort of their home.
And how has it been as working as a team, as a family, Kayla Lewis? How do you find that this kind of a setting where you're working with family in carrying out the services provided by Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica?
You know what, Dervan? It has been smooth. I can't complain because from the get-go, we understand boundaries, you know.
And you would have worked out the division of labor so that nobody is being overworked, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. So it's family. So when it comes on to the structure just now, I decided to start with my family inside. So you'll find Kayla and Sasha as my two sisters. One is looking at HR, one is looking at customer services management. And of course, they both had working experience. So it was about using the skills that they already possessed to look at it from a point of view where Break Barriers Care in Hand is concerned. So it's not just taking family and putting them into places that they don't understand. It's utilizing skills that they already had working in other sector to benefit Break Barriers as a business from a family point of view. So it was very easy for me to make those decisions, and the ladies have really taken on the training. Of course, they went through training, and they're still going through training. And then I'm always on the island to support them to get to where they need to be.
Very good. And Kayla Lewis, how are the anniversary celebrations coming along so far?
Well, today has been the kickstart of the week celebration. I can say today has been quite fruitful, and I'm looking forward to what this whole week has in store.
Yes. And Andreen Lewis Longwe, you normally when you have this kind of celebration, there is some some goodies. I know clearly you can't necessarily do all you perhaps would have wanted to do in
Yeah.
terms of a celebration because of COVID-19.
Yes.
But give us an idea of how, from your perspective, how things have been going so far, and how, to what extent have you been seeking to engage potential clients and even existing clients by virtue of how you mark this first anniversary?
A very beautiful question indeed. So what we have planned, so since we've been on Jamaica, one of the big things on people's mind is COVID. Yes?
Yes.
So we have got a customer who is going to come on and talk about her experience. So the week is laid out where today we kick starting with interviews, and then tomorrow we're going to have staff to speak from their point of view. Because yes, we've recruited, I think we're up to about 15 people at this stage on the island that we recruited. Then we're going to have on Wednesday, we're going to have customers that come and talk about from their point of view as well. And on Thursday, we're hoping to get, we recruit our staff from the Heart Academy, and we're hoping to get somebody to come and speak from a recruitment point of view and the training that the staff has gone through. And then, of course, we're going to culminate the week with a party COVID style. So it's going to be pushed through social media and Zoom. And then we have some goodies for our listeners. So today, anybody who is listening to your program while we are here, we've posted a question on our Facebook page. And if you can answer that question and say to us, the code is at Break Barriers 1, in line with Power 106 FM. So that's the code. Break Barriers CH1 at Power 106. And you answer that question correctly, then we have a prize for you today. So every day we'll give away a prize. If you can tell us where you've heard us, and the question will be posted, and then we'll give you that prize. On Friday,
Hold it before you go to Friday. Hold it there. Tell us about Friday after the break, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15.
The following is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security is advising the public that limited services will be offered at the newly relocated office at 4 Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay, from Wednesday, September 1 through kind understand expects full service to be restored on
Day evenings at 8 with Powering Your Health. This Wednesday, September 8, Miss Brittany Blackwood will discuss the learning of creative lunch dishes with just $500 for 2 persons. Also, tune in for a focus on how to get a good night's rest. That's Powering Your Health this Wednesday, September 8 at 8 p.m. only on Power 106 FM. Powering Your Health is brought Medical, 6 West Street, Old Harbor, St. Catherine, PA Benjamin, a trusted name for over a century. National Health Fund, your partner for healthy living. Beco Zinc Plus Syrup, distributed by Medical Disposables and Supplies, available in pharmacies island-wide. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies Limited, Let's Save Water. Wellington Dental, 57 Wellington Street, Spanish Town. Benson Pharmacy, 11 Main Street, A2, Old Harbor. And Daisy Health Technology, monitoring health to blossom.
If a child lives with ridicule,
Thanks a lot. ¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 4:17. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:17. 现在几点了？10:17. 17 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. Yes, young people, we're told this is the start of the 2021-2022 academic year. And even though for a lot of you, school is not in full session right now for a lot of you, but that things will change over the next few days, no doubt. In the meantime, let's remember, young people, even when school is out, homework is always in, because homework is about preparation, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. And as we always say, young people, Socialization makes you educable. Education makes you trainable. Training makes you employable. And the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. Well, we could tell you that our guests have long done their homework. That's why they can be celebrating the first anniversary of Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. And our guests are Andreen Lewis Longwe and Kayla Lewis. It's a family run operation, Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica, and hence the treatment you get. They treat you like family. And so the celebrations will take place throughout this week, and we're happy to help in sharing the news with those of you at home and abroad. After all, it's what we've been doing for a very long time, to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. And Andreen Lewis Longwe, Kayla Lewis, and the other members of the family have been demonstrating that the spirit of entrepreneurship is indeed alive and well. And so we're happy to help to get the word out there and congratulate them once again. So you were going down the line. I think you were mentioning Friday. Is it that there will be some grand drawing on Friday, Andreen?
So, thank you so much, Dervan, that, in line with Power 106, you're enabling us to get out there. So every day we'll be featuring on your program. So every day there's going to be a prize. So not just one. Every day there's going to be a prize. And then we will select the winner. If they answer the question correctly, that is posted on our Break Barriers page, which is at Break Barriers CH. Once they've answered the question correctly, then we will enter, and then Friday, that person that we select from the daily questions will get the prize. And yes, we're going to have a celebration COVID style.
All right. We look forward to more on that. So when we go to in the search box on Facebook, we type Break Barriers CH.
Yeah, Break Barriers CH. I'll drop it in the link below on your page.
Sure.
And then people can pick it up from there. So it's at Break Barriers CH, and then they'll find us there. And everything with regard to the question, they'll have it there. Answered correctly, and then they're up for a prize.
So the question I'm looking at your page, and I'm seeing question 1. Where is the parent? It just came off the screen. I think that's one about
the for Break Barriers.
So that is the question for today.
That is the question for today.
Great. And so listeners and viewers, wherever in the world you are, if you want to be a beneficiary of one of these prizes or these prizes that are being given away this week in celebration of the first anniversary of Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica Limited, go to their Facebook page, Break Barriers CH.
That's the one.
Right. And so the question once again for today, repeat the question, please.
It's where is the parent company for Break Barriers CH? BBCH.
Where is the parent company for Break Barriers Caring Hands? Break Barriers CH.
Yes, Break Barriers Caring Hands. That's the short for BBCH.
Yes.
So Break Barriers Caring Hands, BBCH. Where is the parent company from?
All right, got you on that. So listeners, there's the question, and you know where to go. Break Barriers Caring Hands on Facebook, Break Barriers CH on Facebook, and you'll find them. In the meantime, wanted Kayla to tell us about the Jamaican operations so far and how things have been going in terms of the level of awareness that is out there now. People calling or otherwise contacting you on social media because they have heard and they want more information and they need the help and the support and services of Break Barriers Caring Hands.
Yes, Dervan. I can certainly say that the awareness is out there. Persons are aware of Great Barriers Caring Hands, and they do call our offices every now and then to find out more information, and they express their interest and also add to say that they believe that this service is useful and would continue to be useful on the island of Jamaica. So I can safely say that information on Great Barriers Caring Hands is literally out there.
And just in case, and you can come in here as well, Andrine Lewis Longwe, just in case there are those who just they're tuning in for the first time, or maybe they're regular listeners, and they want to be clear in terms of the services that you provide at Break Barriers Caring Hands. What are the services?
So not only that people are making inquiry, we are making our way across the island. Just last week, we are now in Lacovia, we are in Mandeville, in Portmore, we're in Spanish Town, where people are taking up the service. Yes, there has been fear about COVID, but we have demonstrated that we can keep our customers safe. So we have people who have taken up the services. The services that we're offering is, we're saying we're personalizing it to your loved one. So it's not one size fits all. So we start with a blank care plan to capture what is it that you need in your home to be delivered on a daily basis. And then through discussions, and we're using the good old Zoom to meet and to establish a comprehensive plan for you. So home care could be whatever. You have home care and you have social care. So somebody might have more of a nursing need, or somebody might have more of a social need. So as I said, once we start to have those conversations, we can identify which one, or if it's a combination of the services that you will need. And then we come into your homes to deliver those services.
As we get ready to wrap, Kayla Lewis, I'm anxious to get the contact information. Yes, we have given out the Facebook details, so people can go to the Facebook page, Break Barriers Caring Hands, or Break Barriers CH. And remember, there's a question of the day, because there are giveaways all week this week as well, as part of the first anniversary of Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. So, Kayla, what are some of the ways in which people can connect with Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica?
Okay, I'm going to be listing 3 numbers at this moment, and why I'm going to be listing 3 numbers is considering the measures that the Prime Minister, the government has put in place. Our offices have not been open for the whole entire week. We're there Wednesdays to Fridays now. So persons can reach us at 876-665-6396 or 830-2364 or 830-2069. And of course, they can always jump on our social media pages or Facebook page, drop us a message if they so desire, and then someone will be there to respond to them.
Very good, Andrine Lewis Longwe. As you mark this first anniversary of BBCH, Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica, are you where you hoped to be, planned to be at this stage in the continuum of achievement as far as BBCH is concerned?
If you ask me, I tell you that I would have surpassed what my expectation would be for a year. Anybody who's been in business and trying to plant business will know that it's a process. So to be here today saying that we have employed on the island of Jamaica close to 15 staff and trading as a company and getting calls every day and people are showing interest in COVID, I can say that yes, we would have surpassed where we want it to be. And we know it's going to be a matter of time before we become a household name on the island of Jamaica. We look forward to that. may I add that we know it's one prize for the day, but there's plenty of other goodies for any customer signing up within this time while we are celebrating. Lots of discounts going out there for customers who wish to take up the service at this time.
Well, you've heard it, potential clients out there listening, from Andrine Lewis Longwe of Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. There are opportunities for those who call those numbers, for example, that Kayla gave out earlier on. There are opportunities for if you are in need of the services being provided by Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. There are opportunities for you to benefit from discounts, because after all, this is a celebration, first anniversary celebration of Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. So it's day one, and is it that we'll announce the winners or winner or prize recipients as the week progresses?
Okay. So what I can say, so the person who answered the question from listening to Power 106 today, I will identify with them. When we come back tomorrow, Dervan, I'll let you know what that prize is and who was the winner.
Good.
For tomorrow. And when we come back on Wednesday, we will do the same thing for Tuesday and so on and so forth.
Understood.
So that, we'll let people know.
Sounds good. Well, look, we are proud of you. We congratulate you. The history is quite inspirational, and it's always good. We need to encourage more family enterprises in this country, and we're happy that you are inspiring many others who are listening and watching right now. Thank you both so much once again. Happy first anniversary to the entire team and the entire BBCH family, Break Barriers Caring Hands Jamaica. We look forward to part 2 tomorrow.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for the listeners for listening in.
It's been a pleasure. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30. Open a world of news, features, and interactive content this lockdown period through The Gleaner. WhatsApp and call us at 876-419-5077 and 876-412-3915 to get your print copy at home or download your online e-Gleaner in the App Store or Google Play. And there's more. A complimentary Monday or Tuesday Gleaner will be delivered with orders from Hugo, Burger King, Little Caesars, and Popeyes while stocks last. The Gleaner, keeping you connected this lockdown period. It's the show that engages you with stimulating and intriguing discussions to spice up your night. It's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, Mondays to Thursdays from 10 p.m. until midnight.
Hello.
Hello, Pastor.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, you may ask me a question. I may or may not answer.
Hear pertinent advice and share your thoughts on topical issues, relationship matters. Get the answers you need for your burning questions. It all comes together on Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas.
Look like she did love me to me. But me still, just she pushed me out, so do my best in this.
That's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, keeping your company Mondays to Thursdays from 10 p.m. till midnight, right here on Power 106 FM.
He learns to be patient. If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5 menos 28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 28. 现在几点了？5点加28分. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be? Doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM. What's on your mind this afternoon? 876 922 4112. 876 922 4113. 876 922 4114. And 876 922 4115. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, my boss. I don't know if it's a stupid question, but what I see going on now with this COVID thing, since them start insist on this vaccine, the people are dying more and people are catching more.
No. You don't expect people to take you seriously if that's how you're starting off, man. People are not going to take you seriously because what you just said, it doesn't make any sense. There's no fact at all. There's no evidence to support what you're saying.
So before.
Hello? Did you hear that?
Well, I don't know now. I just ask you because
No, you see, I could at the rate at which you, based on what you just said, I could call you a thief, a murderer, and anything else I want to call you because I don't need to have any evidence. I don't need to have any facts. I just run my mouth. And I'm sure you wouldn't want me to call you any of those things. So I'm saying to you, it's just like what you just did. You to talk about it looked like the more people get the vaccine, the more people are dead. Absolutely not. There's no evidence. There's no evidence that points to that, whether here in Jamaica or anywhere else in the world.
See what you say.
People will die. That is in the midst of life. There will be deaths, and there one thing following another is never an indication, not necessarily an indication that one caused the other. So if you're going to make a statement like that, you can't just leave it there. I mean, you have to come better than that, man.
Because I'm saying to you,
I get the impression you have been talking while I've been talking. So even when we had to bring you down on the board.
No, because you said something that I did not say, so that's why I was keep talking.
What didn't? No, hold on. What did you say?
You said that I said since the people start taking the vaccine, them start to die. I did not say that. I said since them insisting on the vaccine, not since them take, because I don't have any proof to say that who take it. They don't know. I just said since them start to insist on the vaccine, I start to hear more numbers. I did not say who take it.
Yeah, but it's the same thing you're saying. So there's no getting away from it. It's the same thing you're saying. It's the same thing you're saying.
I don't have any proof that those were who take it.
Well, therefore you shouldn't make such a statement in the first place.
Big man, I know what I say still. Maybe you misunderstand, and I don't disrespect you. I know what I'm saying. So anyhow, have a good day.
All right, take care. Thanks for the call. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
How are you, man?
I am giving thanks for life. And you, Mr. Francis?
It's so nice to hear you around. So many things are happening, and anything you can just miss a friend anytime. But I wish you well. What I call you about is pretty urgent, and I heard about that. I was listening to an interview with by the Children's Hospital people on television one of those nights the other night, or some interview where a young woman died of constipation in the hospital. What kind of nonsense is this? How can we have so many tubes and hot water to insert into a rectum to loosen up?
That's a little too graphic, Mr. Francis. I mean, it's not profane, but a little too graphic. Yeah, we don't have to. I know we're in the age now where we put everything out there. It seems, but we still have to operate with a level of tact and ensure that what we're putting out is at least palatable.
I heard it was quite. I think it was a nurse giver or a nurse care. I tell you something. When I was a little boy, I remember I had some constipation. My mother took me to Chapelton Hospital under Dr. Pershad Singh. And the first thing they did whenever in there, they inserted you with some warm water or something, and immediately I was able to have a free bowl. And I asked you to look at this and check it out for me. We cannot. It's not nice to have a young woman died of constipation into a nursing home or a hospital in times like now, and I'm really upset about it.
And you should, as you're doing now, let your voice be heard in that respect. But
And
I don't
I'm
know.
asking,
I don't know. I don't have the facts of that particular situation,
it is
so I
since
can't. I can't comment on that
it is since
specifically.
week that there was some interview was taken between some medical people and the nurse caring people, and it came out that one patient, a young woman, died of constipation.
Well, we
I don't
don't. We
think
don't.
I don't
Even
think
you, who is, you who are with us now, talking with us, you don't have all the facts either.
No, I'm not saying I have the people who have the facts put the facts out there already.
Yeah.
I'm not guessing anything.
No. What I'm saying.
If you search for it, you'll find it.
What
But
I'm
since
saying,
we was interview,
it's yeah, information can come out and information can be put out. But how much of that information do you have or do I have, as opposed to information that is available at the source, to be able to say specifically, this is what happened. The patient at this time, at X hours, so and so and so and so. I've spent a lot of time in the hospital when my late mother, was ill, and it was during that time that I learned a whole lot about what happens in hospitals, and I know they're very keen to log information. They do a lot of logging of information. What happened at this time? What were the signs at this time, at that time, etc. And when you bring it all together now, whoever is trained and who has the expertise to disaggregate the data and arrive at a position to determine what goes on in that slot that says cause of death, for example, it would require all the information to be able to arrive at that particular position.
it was just between Monday and Sunday evening. There was interviewing some medical people. I think it was the people at Children's Hospital where there were a lot of problems there. And but one of the interview came out that a young woman.
Yeah, but you said that already, Mr. Francis. Is this now a paid announcement by James Francis?
To you to do your medical research to find out well, I don't hear the news. I don't hear.
No, but if you're carrying news, Mr. Hold on, Mr. Francis. If you're carrying news, then you have to ensure that that you have the information, all the information.
I just forget which program it was, but it was said and thing. Well, anyhow, what I'm saying though, I'm asking the medical people in the hospital and all that, we lay down here sometime, and sometimes some people in the hospital would like a cup of tea. Maybe they want a little peppermint into a little warm water. And how can we find a way to fashion out these things and do these things? We might have people laying down there crying for pain, want a little water, maybe a little hot water. Can we find a way to solve up the thing to make sure we employ some more people down in the bottom there to help out in the condition in the hospitals? I sometimes you and I will lay down our bed, out here, and we can feel so awful and so terrible, But we could run to the kitchen, get a little peppermint, we could get a little molasses and lime, and those people in the hospital.
What a glorious opportunity for the United Union of Jamaica, UUJ, Mr. Francis, to lead that charge. That would be quite magnanimous.
Yes, I mean, and I want you to take it serious because I'm telling you.
No, I'm not As my late mother would say, I'm not talking with water in my mouth, Mr. Francis.
Because there's really nowhere like home. You know, you get up in the night, you feel bad, you can run with two crackers, you know, I'm a nurse to call, but you can't do a little warm water. And I can imagine a number of our people in the hospital in the late hours of the night are suffering these things. Have nobody to call. A nurse is tired, nurse asleep, and we ask the government to look at the whole medical thing. Finally, though, I realize that the Ministry of Finance seem to be skipping away, hiding away from negotiation coming up. I mean, I don't hear he's preparing himself to start to talk to anybody, neither the police, neither the trade unions, neither anybody in respect to, you know, wage increases.
But you're waiting for the finance minister to call you?
So who is to call you?
No, I'm just saying. You remember, you're an advocate. You're a trade unionist.
We set up dates.
So if it is that you think that it's a little late in the day and you haven't seen or heard anything to give you a sense that the minister through the ministry is ready for negotiations, then you are James Francis. You are the president of the Union of Jamaica, of the United Union of Jamaica. So assert yourself, Mr. Francis.
Well, I've done that several times. You might have not heard me, but I've been out there since we last week coming down. I think the Minister of Finance seemed to be shifting away from negotiation. Maybe he does not have the ability to deal with public sector work as such. He might have some bright brains, but there's a different thing to deal with workers' wages and to, you know, because the type of claim that we are setting out now is we are setting out claim.
One moment, please, Mr. Francis.
Yes,
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45.
Private sector employers.
Work with the PSVI to register and help vaccinate your staff with the PSVI vaccination program.
It's safe, efficient, and convenient. Protect your staff and customers.
Let's get the productive sector vaccinated and back to normality as quickly as we can.
Email info@psvija.com or call 876-339-0988 for registration details. That's 876-339-0988.
Vaccines work. Work with the vaccine.
The PSVI vaccination program is approved by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. to midday for your legal corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk on Power 106 FM. You can call our numbers 876-922-4112-5. The text and WhatsApp line is 876-279-8598. You can also send an email at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Join Your Legal Corner for all matters in relation to immigration to the United States. Hear Dahlia offer great legal advice on your immigration queries and concerns. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 to midday, every Thursday right here on Power 106 FM.
It's riveting, thought-provoking, and interesting. It's the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM. Weekdays, 7:15 to 9 a.m. Join Jody and Quarry on Mondays and Tuesdays and Sanjay Lewis on Wednesdays and Thursdays, while they alternate on Fridays as they set your agenda and break down the issues and keep you informed on what matters to you most. It's the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM. Weekdays, 7:15 to 9 a.m. only on Power 106 FM.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5:13. Quel est-il en français? Les 5:13. 现在地点了5点加13分. 13 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned in to both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? I believe we know the answer to that one. Chuck Ray says there is no medical diagnosis called constipation. He goes on to say, how many times Mr. Francis going to use the media to promote his union? My goodness, whether he has a just cause or not, he is, and I won't read that word that you have there, Chuck Ray, or the rest of that line. But Mr. Francis is still online and he can speak for himself, I'm sure.
Line up with you. Anybody in the medical profession today is saying there is no such thing as constipation. They need to go back for training. I don't know what they call it. They want to call it another name. But what I'm talking about is when you cannot pass your feces, you go to the toilet.
I think we all know what that is, Mr. Francis. I think we know what it is.
Yes, and I'm saying, sir, I'm not expecting to hear any more report from the hospital that people is going to have this thing. The doctors must get up and use the tubes and things. Like when I was
but Mr. Francis, hold on, Mr. Francis. So you think that your conclusion, and on what basis would you have drawn that conclusion? Your conclusion seems to suggest that first of all, there couldn't be medical professionals or health professionals on site, on spot, on the occasion of this incident, because surely if there were such professionals on duty, they would have known what to do. Because it can't be for Mr. James Francis, president of the Union, the United Union of Jamaica, UUJ, to be engaging in medical prognostication, Mr. Francis. So I'm just saying.
Listen to you, and I'm just appealing to the medical people in the hospital and all the doctors around. We do not want anybody to die in Jamaica from constipation or can do, and we can't find a cure for it.
Mr. Francis, you seem to have an obsession with taking us to the lowest point in terms of your choice of expressions. We've been trying to steer you away from there, but you're quite a stubborn man, Mr. Francis.
So, what is it called?
Mr. Francis. Right. So you're concluding now, Mr. Francis.
Yes, and thank you for the time. And I hope we don't hear much about people dying from constipation.
All right, Mr. Francis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. The loss of any life is to be regretted, as we always say on this program. And we are emotional beings. And that means, however something robs us, we are going to react in an emotional way, and to the point of discrediting people and disregarding whatever help would have been done. Like I watched a couple of interviews with nurses and other health professionals saying that if people only knew the impact of the loss of a life during that moment of care and treatment in the hospital, if people only knew the impact on the health professionals, if people only knew the effort that is put in. Of course, we don't live in a perfect world, and we know there are those who might be misguided and not walking the straight and narrow, so to speak. But for the most part, we would like to believe, based on our own experience, and we would imagine the experiences of others out there listening and watching, that unless we were there physically, and we saw everything from start to finish, unless we were there, we have to be guided. We have to be measured. We have to be thoughtful. We have to be mindful in how we respond to these situations and how we cast blame and seek to make a direct connection between one thing and another, which can be quite dangerous when we're talking about healthcare. Quite dangerous. We don't even want to go back there, but we recall a particular well-known situation that was in the public space, and people were going on about going in a particular direction. And when the evidence was presented, it was as far as the East is from the West. We're just saying, let's be mindful of these things. I know it's the age where people feel like, why the thing burn me iron, and people want to just bust out. Whether they do it in the vernacular, the Jamaican dialect, or they choose to do it in standard English and to use some of these curse words, etc. We're emotional beings, but let's try and be reasonable and to reason and think and sometimes try to put ourselves put the shoe on the other foot, as they say. Because other than that, we will be only looking from one direction, from one perspective. It's the fellow earlier on, for example, who was saying what he didn't say. And it was just so obvious what that was about. It was just too obvious. Too obvious. You juxtapose two things. You juxtapose COVID-19 with the increased number of deaths. But more than that, you juxtapose the vaccination period, this vaccination period with the COVID-19 deaths. And you think that you don't see that you have done something wrong there. You, with no evidence, whether medical or otherwise, of making the connection. The man take umbrage to it, and the man upset because we saw it for what it was. No, man, we're dealing with lives here. Can we try and be as sensitive as we can? Somebody experienced a particular situation at a public health facility, and we come on the radio and we want to drag it and sort of daub the place in such a way with what comes from that situation. For those who can read between the lines, they want to express it in the way that it came out earlier on from Mr. Francis. Surely we can do better than that. Surely. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on, nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. It is written. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
If a child lives with encouragement, he learns confidence. If a child lives with praise, he learns to appreciate. If a child lives with fairness, he learns justice. If a child lives with security, he learns to have faith. If a child lives with approval, he learns to like himself. If a child lives with acceptance and friendship, he learns to find love in the world.
Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their heart, and they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their heart, and they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. Teach them to wait, to love in their heart, and they will find love in the world. Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
News, comprehensive, powerful, and credible.
Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of radio